What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. As you guys know, hopefully within the markets, we've been seeing some crazy stuff happening right now. The past couple of days, Bitcoin has actually managed to pull above $9,000, currently sitting at around 9140, which is absolutely phenomenal compared to where we just were a couple of days ago. And then you can see the other cryptocurrencies are just following in pursuit of Bitcoin's path. As we can see, Ethereum now blasting from the 160 to the 173 range. We have Litecoin also blasting up from its previous $53 range all the way at a peak today of $61. We have XRP doing the same thing, bottoming off at 21 cents, now currently trading at around 23 cents, almost 24 cents. On all, the markets are looking absolutely amazing. If I refresh the current coin market cap here, you can see what it is that I'm referring to. You can see right here out of the top 10, pretty much everything is in green except for Bitcoin SV, but all the coins are massively shooting up within their prices, and we're starting to see us kind of cap off right here. And I want to discuss this little movement right here, this sideways trading, what this could mean for the rest of these cryptocurrencies as we move forwards into the future, because I know a lot of you guys are quite interested. Also, just a couple of days ago, we made a very interesting trade on DueDEX where I bought in actually at around $8,400. We dipped off a little bit below that, and I know a lot of you guys were once again complaining that maybe that position I put in wasn't accurate. And then you can see immediately following that position I put in at $8,500, we immediately blasted off to around $9,200, which is absolutely phenomenal. As you can see though, I did close that, and I will discuss with you why in a couple of seconds. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and let's jump into today's episode. So yesterday we made a very interesting video. Yesterday was actually the first discussion, or maybe the second discussion, of the rally actually starting to form. 2 days ago we made a video, XRP, Ripple, and Bitcoin bull run is now just starting, and you can see this is a continuation pattern as for we finally kind of hit rock bottom in regards to the uptrend and the high-low MMA, and we're now continuing the blast-off movement to the upside. In today's video, we're more so specifically going to be referring to maybe how high we could be going in the short term. Obviously, we know in the long term, I am fairly bullish on the market, and I do expect these cryptocurrencies to kind of retest, previous highs, if not set new highs for 2020, ones that we haven't seen yet in 2020, maybe even come into contact with certain highs that we set back in 2019. Ultimately, I do think 2020 is going to be a great year for cryptocurrency, whether you're holding XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, or Litecoin. I think all those are great investments moving forward into the future. As you guys can see, starting off the video, like I said, markets are looking great, and we are starting to head upwards. But you can see after this run, we're starting to peak right now, or plateau in regards to where the prices are, and that's kind of going to be the main focus of today's video. In regards to that, we're kind of hitting a peak level right now, and we may start to swing back down in the next couple of hours. So that's going to be the main topic if you were interested in shorting or buying long on the short-term scale. I know a lot of you guys are more of the short-term hodlers and don't like to hold on long term. Then again, there probably are a lot of you that do the opposite, but this is why I like to discuss both on the channel. As you guys can see, my available profit in Bitcoin is definitely up much higher in my past previous trades due to the fact that we are starting to swing back up, and I did just recently sell off. You can see based on my trade history here on DueDEX that I put in a position at 84.80 and I sold off at around $9,011, and that's absolutely awesome. And I did take profits a little bit lower. Earlier today I sold off. We were a little bit lower, kind of dipping down to around the $9,011. Now we're currently up to $91.60, but I am in no way do I want to be greedy or emotional in regards to thinking that we're going to rally up even higher. Then that is exactly why I took profits, and that's what you guys should take and learn about the fundamentals of trading. Don't be too greedy. We can always capitalize again off the next run. We have tons and tons of runs to capitalize off of. The goal is to lock in profits as quickly as possible with the minimal amount of risk, and obviously the longer we hold in on here, the better the chances are of us consolidating back down. As you can see, these little dips that we have here, which is definitely due to happen within the cryptocurrency Bitcoin and XRP very soon, and that's exactly why I sold off. If you guys have other opinions, whether or not you're going to be holding longer or you're going to short the market right now, definitely let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear your information and feedback on that. But furthermore, what you guys have been waiting for is in regards to the technical analysis. So as you guys can see on Bitcoin, it makes clear sense as to why we're starting to break bullish and head up to higher levels, mainly because we are retesting what appears to be the previous support on the market. you can see with this uptrend right here, not only were we getting very close to the high-low MMA, but this uptrend really held through with support, and we were able to start to branch up higher than that. You can see on Bitcoin's chart, we don't look too accurate in regards to this uptrend. I had a reference, as I explained in yesterday's video and the videos prior, that I like to use Litecoin and Ethereum for right now to reference Bitcoin due to the fact that they are trading very similar in regards to their price graph on here. These are the 7-day price graphs. They all look very similar to Bitcoin, so that's why I like to reference these. Now, when you look at Litecoin and Ethereum, you can see exactly why I put in that position. You can see after the major short that we could have had, that I didn't take advantage of, we fell very close to the uptrend right here. This uptrend right here, not only is it the high-low MMA, but we do have support, and as well as this reversal. We had this morning doji right here, which was a great indicator of a bullish reversal, and that's what we're starting to see now. And if you guys look up a morning doji, which is what I've discussed in the past, you'll see exactly what I'm referring to. A Morningstar doji is in reference to a reversal in the markets. You can see right here, Morningstar dojis is exactly what I referenced. When we're bearish trend, we hit day 2 or around that reversal like that, and then we start to confirm the rally to the upside. And that is exactly what's happening over and over and over again. Once again, here is the Morningstar doji that you can see very clearly happen within a lot of these cryptocurrencies. You can see it on Ethereum. You can see it on Litecoin. That was another great indication of a reversal that the bulls are here full force. Otherwise, like I've discussed, the uptrends, the supports, the high-low MMA, all in regards and referencing the bullish market. That's what we're anticipating right now. So now let me stress my concerns of the other side. I mean, we do know that the MACD is it looks like we're about to have another bullish cross right here for a lot of the times on a lot of these cryptocurrencies, which is obviously great in regards to the fact that we could be now heading up even higher. But where my concern lies is in regards to, if we take Ethereum, for example, we look to be capping off right now. We're kind of getting very close to being overbought once again on the 4-hour, which could let us kind of fall a little bit lower. You can see once again on the 4-hour capping off right here. And I want to show you guys another couple of things, more specifically on Bitcoin's chart. You can see on Bitcoin the problem zone right here. And I also want to discuss with you how this could actually be foreshadowing an even bigger run that you guys could be potentially taking advantage of. But you can see basically where the previous resistance is, right exactly where the price is. We've had previous retestment. This was about a couple of days ago, about 9 days ago, we had that candle where we immediately retested the same exact price zone as where we're currently at right now. And then you can see we corrected all the way back down just as quickly as we were up there. We then scroll down, you can see the resistance right here where we've had problems. You can see once again, this seems to be a cap where it's acting as a resistance and then supports in numerous areas on the coin. We scroll back even farther, you can kind of see it's a little bit lost in regards to back in 2017, but 2019 we can really see the use case of this price level. Now, what I want to reference to you guys is something quite interesting. It's in regards to the fact that we're now just starting to be uplifted off of this uptrend right here, this more long-term uptrend that I want to focus on. You guys can see a couple of interesting patterns. So what I want to reference right now is you can see basically this is right now, this is what we've had. We had a retestment of overbought. We consolidated back down to 50, and then we immediately started to break bullish. Now, if we reference the previous moves that we've had here, whether we compare this or we compare right here, you can see what exactly happened. So notice if we take this area, for example, we retested overbought, which you can see happen right here on the RSI. We fell back down to about 50 on the RSI, and then we immediately started to break bullish. Look at how we broke bullish. We broke this. This is what the wave was that we expected to see or anticipated right after here. Were we expecting that? No, correction, but it is possible. And the fact is it happened right after the uptrend we started to separate. Notice with that same uptrend, we're now just starting to separate. So there is that possibility that this could be foreshadowing an even bigger run. So whether or not you want to be shorting or buying long, I definitely think you should be hodling 2 bags, one for the long term and then one for the short term. What I mean by that is to have a position, hold a wallet offline, off the computer, of Bitcoin long term. That's what I do. This is just a recommendation. I'm no financial advisor. Take this as you will. But if you have a bag long term that you just hold on to right now and you don't look at it for about a year or two, you're ultimately going to be capitalizing off of all of these swings and uptrends and upticks, because ultimately you're going to be mainly focusing on the monthly or even the weekly charts. And if we just start to look at the monthly, you can see pretty much what exactly is happening right here. We had this uptrend right here, and now we're just branching off right here, and this monthly candle is looking extremely bullish as we retested bottom support. And if you even look at the weekly charts, you can see the same exact things happening. We're having a bullish cross on the MACD right now. So in regards to long-term investing, the bullish cross, the uptrend, we're starting to move away from here. If you're holding on for another 6 to 12 months, we could easily see this coin move up to $16,000, and you won't have to worry about the small dips and movements within the charts when you look at this on a day-to-day basis like we like to do. So that's definitely what I consider. Have two bags, have one that you're holding long term, have one that you want to just trade around with and mess around with the market, make some, side cash. That's what I recommend. Now, like I've said, no financial advisor. Take this information with a grain of salt. Make your own investments. This is definitely a risky market to be trading in. I just like to come on YouTube and share with you guys my opinions and my investing strategies that I do that I find profitable. Otherwise, that's pretty much going to wrap off today's video. I'm mainly just referring to the fact that we are hitting a resistance here, and that's why there is this very slight chance we could be consolidating lower. We could be breaking, we could start a downtrend fairly soon. The other great note is we are now setting higher lows, and that's absolutely awesome. The fact that we're now setting higher lows is a beautiful thing on this market. We have 1, we have 2, we have 3. And it's a confirmation. We have 1, we have 2, and now we have 3. 3 more confirmations. These 3 confirmations indicate that the markets seem to be reversing in pattern. And instead of setting lower lows, we're now setting higher lows, which is a great reference to the fact that we could be starting a newer bullish cycle right now, and we could expect to see some higher movements. We could easily see some small consolidation, some sideways movements, a correction back down, retesting 87. We could blast off this once again with a very big and vigorous force. Or we could just explode up even higher like we've seen back in the beginning of 2019 right here, where we just pretty much blasted off. Now, this was quite a while of sideways consolidation. You can see this was about a month of just sideways movement before we saw any sort of bullish factor here. So it is definitely a possibility that this right here could be referenced right now in regards to sideways movements, and then we could anticipate an even bigger breakout. Otherwise, we are exploding right now as I'm watching the coin. We're now hitting $9,300, entering even more overbought market, literally watching the coin blast up even higher. There's definitely that huge possibility that this could be foreshadowing the next major run. So, crazy things happening within cryptocurrency. Ultimately, I do think that 2020 is going to be a great year. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. Definitely make sure to help support the channel by clicking the first link in the description, signing up for DueDEX, trading around with this. Obviously, you can clearly see you can make a lot of money. If I didn't sell at $9,100, I could have sold at $9,300 and made even more profit. But honestly, I like to get out of the FOMO that's happening right now, reevaluating my position, and then buying back in. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, like I said, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.